Coffee Talk with God. So, I always do what I'm told by God my entire life. And I know that there's things that we are on a need to know basis, pretty much like 99% of all things we could ask of God, we don't need to know. But last night, middle of the night, because I've been awake since the Sunday night that my cousin Jackie went into the hospital. I don't know why, no connections, right? But I've been awake every night since during the night, and even taking with the several Benadryls. I'll sleep like 2 or 3 hours, and then as soon as it's dark, I'm awake. Um, so I'm watching this Time Team, and it's on the Holy Grail. I love it, right? So I wanted to ask, and I can see a little bit more hair hanging down. So I wanted to ask, because it's the huge hot topic when it comes to. So I pull out my pad and pen. I don't use pencil. And I'm sitting here with Brian, by the way. I swear a friend of mine that I went to school with, he passed away. We got the river behind me. Here's where he landed. So I wanted to ask, one of those questions that I feel maybe I could get away with asking. So I did. Is the Holy Grail an actual cup, or is it a bloodline? Now I think that anytime we're doing automatic writing, or anything of the like, take it with a grain of salt. Hopefully pink Himalayan or some Dead Sea, But I had asked. And I feel I'm a decent person and I live by God. Not the Bible, but by God. Source creation. And I asked. And the answer was, it's not a cup. It's about the bloodline. Jesus and his wife Mary married not in the sense that we know of today, because that was 2,000 years ago. They didn't have wedding chapels and the ceremonies, and you go pick out your dress and the bridesmaids and all that crap. They don't have that. But it was the bloodline for Mary and Jesus and their children. Not child, but children. And one thing that I've noticed is my whole life I've always felt that they had two children. Not one. Not a ton. Two. So I stopped it there. We don't need to know anymore. It's on one of those we need to know basis, and we don't need to know. And, it's very understandable why we don't need to know. Think about it. Here we are 2,000 years later, and what would happen to the lives of those that are the actual descendants of Jesus and Mary? Would they be able to live a decent life? No. You see how we are with celebrities and royalty. Can you imagine how bad their lives would be? I mean, like, that would be the example of life in the public eye. There's nowhere you can go. There's no closing the curtains and shutting the world outside. They would have no privacy whatsoever. They couldn't even go to the bathroom at that rate. Everyone would want to know every detail of their lives. But it kind of makes you wonder, if they had more than one child, and they had two, do they know? Do you think maybe that the higher powers, the source of creation that we refer to as God, do you think that they would know that they are a direct descendant of Jesus Christ? Maybe, maybe not. What kind of life would they be able to lead today? Whether they know or not that they are descendants of Jesus and his wife Mary. And shame on those that referred to her as a prostitute. It was a typical marriage. You know, I mean, the wife had just as much of a valuable opinion as the husband. Though the husband is living in the life in the public eye, her opinion still counts, man. But what kind of life would those children, those descendants of great and great and great and great and great ancestors, the grandchildren of mosquitoes, what kind of life would they have? Would we know if we ever met one of them? Mosquitoes. I'm sitting here at the wooded line, and there's mosquitoes all over. And dude, I'm not about mosquitoes, so I'm gonna keep this short. But I just wanted to just put it out there because it's been making me think. Would they even know that they're related to Jesus Christ? Here we are 2,000 years later. How would you know, man? And if everyone's been keeping it a secret so that nobody else would know, would they know that they are related? And would they have any more special connection to the divine? Would they have any more privileges? Would their lives be the same as ours? Worse off or better off? And my only hope is that if they do know that they are descended from Jesus and his wife, Magdalena, my only hope is they would keep it a secret. I love you all. And what do you think? Am I getting closer to looking like San Nicola de Mera? Namaste. God bless you all.